Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge and Taylor's reaction to Kelly's return without Steffy. Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes will be impacted by Kelly Spencer's homecoming since spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that she will return without Steffy Forrester. Paras will play Kelly again in a few new scenes at the Forrester estate during Sophia Week. At that point, Kelly will cut off Taylor and Ridge's conversation, so they may focus on their granddaughter. Fans of B&B will remember that when Steffy went out of town, she asked Liam Spencer if she could bring Kelly along. Due to John Finnegan's statements that he misses Steffy and the children, Kelly has started taking trips with her mother and Hayes Finega. There may be several explanations though, as Kelly will return home early. Perhaps Kelly is preparing to go back to school. Or perhaps she simply wants to spend more time with Liam following his medical experience. Of course, given Kelly's impending moments with Ridge and Taylor, there might be another plot-related explanation. Steffy isn't available for parent trapping because Jacqueline McInnes Wood is on maternity leave. Kelly could have to take the initiative now, even though Steffy would typically be there to support Taylor and Ridge's relationship and encourage them to get together. Once Kelly is back in the picture, it's easy to picture some grandparent trapping in its place. Kelly may express her happiness at the reunion of her grandmother and grandfather. Kelly might talk endlessly about the impending nuptials and her desire to be a flower girl. It would be a simple method to make Ridge feel even more guilty about his affections for Brooke Logan and force him to put off breaking up with Taylor. Kelly may have a part in Ridge delaying blowing up the family reunion because he will, in fact, stay with Taylor for a little longer. In any event, seeing Kelly is always a treat, so be sure to check back for any exciting news on her comeback. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge will be dealing with a romantic problem in the upcoming episodes, and Kelly's return is likely to make matters worse. Luna was still obsessed with Will. It is shown in The Bold and the Beautiful that Luna Nozawa remained obsessed with Will Spencer. This is how the episode unfolded since Sheila Sharp also intended to fulfill Luna's aspirations. Will told Katie Logan how well things were going with Elektra Forrester at Forrester Creations. Will's intense desire for Elektra was the only problem, but she wasn't yet in agreement with moving things into the bedroom. In the meantime, Elektra also discussed that with Ivy Forrester. Even though Elektra wasn't quite prepared to sleep with Will, she had faith that the time would come. Bill Spencer received news at the Spencer mansion that Grace Buckingham had surrendered at the police station. Bill intended to keep Grace incarcerated for a very long time. Bill was more concerned with the emotional pain Liam Spencer had endured than he was with the money. Bill hoped this had never happened. But Liam acknowledged that a false cancer diagnosis was preferable to a true one. Bill and Liam hugged each other tenderly, and then Hope spoke to Hope alone once more. Liam had time to think about shooting Luna and the lengths he had to go to in order to keep Steffy Forrester safe. Sheila then commended Lee Finnegan for saving Luna, just as she had done for John Finnegan years prior. It all came down to giving Luna another chance. After a while, Lee concluded Luna was awake enough to hear what was happening, so she assigned Sheila the responsibility of keeping her informed about everything. Sheila recounted the entire incident, including the fact that Luna shot Liam and was shot in return, because Luna was unable to recall what had transpired at the beach home. Luna was disappointed that she had unintentionally cost Sheila another toe, but she was glad that Steffy and Liam were safe. But in the end, Sheila made some jokes that made Luna smile. Sheila promised to do everything in her ability to fulfill all of Luna's dreams after reassuring her that her grandmothers were there for her. Luna's thoughts turned to Will once Lee and Sheila allowed her to sleep. Luna grinned and recalled Sheila's "make all your dreams come true" promise, while it was clear that she was still obsessed with Will. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna will unavoidably bring Will and Elektra's romance to the attention of the public once again. Grace update: Bill and Liam's bond gets stronger. Finally, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful are available. Fans can anticipate that Bill Spencer and Liam Spencer will deepen their relationship in tomorrow's episode. Following her hand delivered to the police by John Finnegan, there ought to be an update on Grace Buckingham's situation. First up is Bill, who recently spoke with Heather Tom's character, Katie Logan. Despite the fact that saving Liam cost $1 million, the patriarch was raving about Grace as a hero. Katie was skeptical, but when Liam contacted his father and asked him to come home, the conversation ended. Bill discovered that Grace is just another cunning Buckingham and not a hero. Bill has pledged to ensure Grace is held accountable for her actions. She is currently being held by the police, but that does not imply she will remain there. Bill knows how to make someone suffer when he wants them to. Regardless, Liam's anger appears to be highly explosive. If Grace is not sentenced to prison, I wonder if he could take matters into his own hands. Fans may find out all that transpired at the police station, according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful. Liam was notified via text by Finn that Grace had just surrendered herself in, but that was the final sound we heard. Will she find a way out of her predicament or be arrested? Will Finn inform Steffy Forrester Finnegan about Grace's treatment of Liam by phone? Will that have an impact on Paris Buckingham and Thomas Forrester's wedding? Additionally, Hope Logan's continued reconciliation with Liam was visible to fans. Both of them are enraged at Grace. It would be simple to envision Lope banding together to ensure Grace suffers if she is not sentenced to prison. But what does that mean for Carter Walton? Additionally, there is the matter involving Lee Finnegan and Sheila Carter Sharp. Is rehabilitation feasible now that Luna Nozawa has awoken from her coma? But what impact will that have on Luna's future? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, a well-known figure is making a comeback to the world of fashion. Matthew Atkinson is expected to make a reappearance as his notorious Thomas Forrester character, according to Soap Opera Digest. Details are provided below. The son of Rich Forrester and Taylor Hayes is scheduled to return to Los Angeles in early September, according to the SOD report. After Hope Logan turned down Thomas's marriage proposal, Atkinson quit the CBS soap opera and traveled for Paris. He took his kid, Douglas Forrester, with him when he stopped their romance. Eventually that year, in June, Thomas came back to announce that he was engaged to Paris Buckingham. The two left the canvas together and eventually went back to France. This past Monday, August 11th, Atkinson teased a return to the show on Instagram by sharing a video of himself playing cornhole outside of Sunset Las Palmas Studios, which appeared to be the soap opera's new filming site. "Second time's a charm," was the caption for the actor's photo. Having said that, a lot has happened in Los Angeles since he left, so it will be interesting to watch how Thomas contributes. Since Ridge has come to terms with his feelings for Brooke Logan and his soon-to-be mother-in-law, Grace Buckingham, was exposed for fabricating Liam Spencer's brain tumor, the reunion of his parents appears to be coming to an end. In addition, Hope recently became engaged to Carter Walton, so there will be a lot of drama when Thomas returns. There is currently no information available on Diamond White's plans to reprise her role as Paris Buckingham. Luna breaks the pact between Sheila and Lee in Bill's retaliation. Spoilers for the upcoming 3 weeks of The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Bill Spencer's desire for vengeance against Grace Buckingham will cause Luna Nozawa to awaken. Here's what BNB has planned, as Sheila Sharp and Lee Finnegan appear to be ready to sign a deal. Sheila's inquiries concerning Luna's fictitious death and the reason behind Lee's intense efforts to preserve her will surface during the week. Lee will describe how she was unable to leave Luna since she was related to her and had a difficult upbringing with Poppy Nozawa as a mother. Sheila and Lee might agree to keep quiet before Luna finally comes out of her coma. When Luna discovers how much her grandmothers are risking for her, it should catch her off guard. When Liam Spencer and Hope Logan expose Grace's $1 million swindle, Bill will be furious. Bill will seek revenge and devise a scheme to hold Grace accountable for her misdeeds. Bill may take matters into his own hands if the legal system fails to bring Grace down hard enough. Since Nick Marone will in fact pull out a ring and attempt to persuade Brooke Logan to marry him, let's speak about his marriage proposal in the meanwhile. Given that Ridge Forrester hasn't committed to a Brooke reunion just yet, Brooke will probably decline Nick down since she believes she still has a shot with him. It will be challenging since Ridge will continue to feel bound by Taylor Hayes' commitments. Although Taylor intends to keep her ring on and proceed with Ridge's wedding preparations, his feelings for Brooke will only deepen. Although there may be some delays and other challenges along the way, destiny will bring Brooke and Ridge back together. A private celebration will begin at Il Giardino. Look for Deacon to greet customers and serve a beautiful spread for the reservation for the remaining week. Katie Logan and Brooke. This party will feature Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and other characters. It might be a celebration of increased sales following the vacation to Naples and Capri, but it could be something else entirely. Even though Liam didn't have cancer, he lived because he believed he did. Of course, there are strong reasons to rejoice over Liam's survival, because he also survived the horrifying experience at the beach house. In any event, while Deacon is occupied with the celebration, Sheila might slip away to see Luna. Deacon will get increasingly suspicious the more Sheila departs from his life. Logan might have to deal with a lot of Daphne Rose drama during the week of Hope. Daphne will have an opportunity to get closer to Carter Walton and cause problems for Hope's engagement during her prolonged stay in Los Angeles. Regarding Brooke, she will be annoyed at Ridge's handling of the Taylor predicament. Although it won't be simple to get Ridge to leave Taylor, Brooke will instinctively know that Ridge is the only man she is interested in.